Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for clicking on today's video. It's gonna be a fun one. Today we're going to do just a fun makeup look. I'm feeling fun, I'm feeling spicy, I'm feeling adventurous. And I have this palette that I've been really wanting to do a makeup look on using entirely just this palette right here. This is the Huda. Huh? Mommy's doing a video. I think that is just a perfect segue into next topic as to where I've been. I took a little break already. Super. Not the best start I wanted to do when it came to my YouTube channel, but I did take a little break just to kind of rethink things and where I wanted to go with this channel. And the last week I posted, view-wise, it was garbage. And I noticed that week I didn't really give it my all. I was kind of just putting up a video just because I put it in my head that I wanted to film Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I wanted to get it up and just get it up and say I did it. So it wasn't videos that I was in love with. And so I think it kind of showed through with you guys. But so I just want to be true. You know, I want to be real, and I don't ever want to come off as fake or not trying, or I don't know, man. I didn't mean for this to get so deep. So let's not. Let's just get into the look. What do you say? I'm going to put my face on. Ooh, and actually I want to try out this primer that I've had. So actually, I have a friend, shocker. I have a friend that actually recently, she came to my job and she saw that I started my YouTube channel, and she's just one of those people, no matter what hobby I decide to pick up at the time, she tries to support like 100%. She's the absolute best. But she came into my job and she gave me this huge Crocs bag of makeup because she saw that I was starting my YouTube channel. So I have a bunch of makeup that I still haven't tried out fully. She gave me so much. But she gave me, it's an Ulta Beauty Hydrating Face Primer, mineral oil free, paraben free, coconut water for hydration. Just taking off the plastic wrapper that was on this, I can already smell the coconut. So this I'm really excited about. So that's what we're going to put on our face today. Oh, should I do it like how all the Instagram beauty do? Beauty? I can't speak English. Topic number 2 as to what I wanted to talk about with you guys today is I'm not a professional. I don't have a makeup license, or we're going to wait for the primer to dry a little bit, get it a little bit tacky. I am not a professional makeup artist. I have always just loved makeup, putting on makeup, playing with makeup, trying different looks out ever since I was like, I don't even could remember. My mom used to have, she was never a huge like makeup person, but she always had her staple looks. And I just always used to play with her makeup while she was at work. And she used to have this blue mascara that I would just try to rock. And so I've always had a love for makeup. I'm not licensed, so that's why I'm a little hesitant when it comes to really going all in with this YouTube thing, is because I don't want to come off as a poser. I don't want to come off as somebody that thinks they know everything when I don't. I just kind of like to have fun with my makeup looks, and I work in retail and I work with a lot of different people, and so I come into work with a lot of different makeup looks on, and people, you know, have just always said, man, I really wish I knew how to do that. You have to teach me how you do that. So that kind of put the thought into my head that I can do this, but I don't want to trick you guys, or not trick you, but I don't want to deceive you guys into thinking that I know everything about everything, because I do not. So I just do what kind of works for me, and maybe it'll work for you, and we'll just go with that. So yeah, I think we're ready to go. It's nice and sticky. Not too sticky, but nice. I like it. Feels good. Feels good. Alright, so now we're going to go in with our foundation, which I do have a new foundation for you guys today. Anyway, so yes, I have a new foundation that I just recently bought because, as I just said, I love True Match. Like, I've worn True Match, L'Oreal True Match foundation since 2011, 2012. I think it's been around that long, but yeah, so I'm kind of going to step outside my little box and go with L'Oreal Infallible. I hear this is a really good one, especially for the summertime. It does have sunscreen protection, SPF 25, which isn't like awesome, but it's something. Up to 24-hour fresh wear. So I hear it's really good in the summer when it comes to like being sweat proof, which is good because your girl gets sweaty, let me tell you what. So I'm just going to dab this all over. It's looking pretty good. We are going to set it in a second. You guys, this concealer that I have been using nonstop for the past 2 or 3 weeks is now way too light for me. The e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. So I have gotten quite a bit of sun the past couple weeks since I've been away. So even this foundation is kind of a little light to what I am right now. Awesome. So, this concealer though, it makes me look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. I'm actually just going to go ahead with another e.l.f. concealer, which I don't think this one will be, yeah, this one isn't as white, nearly as white as the e.l.f. 16-hour one that I have. This is just this e.l.f. concealer right here. Now that we have our concealer and our foundation, we're just going to go ahead and set it. Another new product that I have for you guys that I'm super excited to tell you all about is the Milani Translucent. This is the shade light to medium. This is the translucent setting powder. I really like it. I mean, it really does. Like I said, I do have a little bit of too much. I do have slightly oily skin, but not too oily. My skin is very much in the middle. It's like not too dry, not too oily. It's kind of in the middle. Whatever you would call that, that's what my skin is. So this does help control a lot of the shine that happens in the summer. Yeah, I like it. It's great. It's really great. See what I mean, you guys? Like, I'm not super educational. I just know what I like and what I don't like, and I like this one. If you're going to do a makeup look that involves a lot of color and you're scared that it's going to have a lot of fallout, if you set your concealer and you just leave a little bit extra to bake, if you have any fallout at the end, you can just brush it away and it won't ruin your foundation look. I'm just going to slap on my brows really quick and then we can start the eye look. Cool. So now we're going to go in with the Huda Beauty palette in, I don't know what language I'm speaking anymore. We're going to go in with the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette, and we're going to do this entire eye look today just using this palette here and no other palette today. Let's prime the lids. What do I want to use today? I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer in the shade Light. Where are we? We are in my new filming room. It's an extra room we had in our house that is going to be Penelope's room eventually. However, she is still just sleeping with us in our room because she's only 5 months old, turning 6 months next week, which is crazy. So this is going to be her room eventually. But so I just designated a little spot over here just to film. Just so when she goes to bed, like I said, she sleeps in our room. That was my filming, you know, my little corner of our room was my little filming corner. But it's hard to do, and really the only time I have time to film is at night or early in the morning, which, let's be real, that's probably never going to happen. But is at night when the girls are sleeping. So that is why we are here now. Welcome. Do you like it? It's not that different. The Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette. Let's go in it. So we already put the primer on. Check. We're just going to put this shade right here all over the lids as just a base to kind of make it all blend out a little bit easier. And then next we're going to go in with this shade right here. Only focus this right in our crease. So I am just mostly going to use my fingers for this eye look today. That's what I'm most comfortable with, and like I said, most of my brushes are pretty dirty, so I do have to wash them. So yeah, we are going to be using our fingers mostly today. So I'm going to teach you some tricks on how I do use my fingers when it comes to putting on eye looks and how you can make it work. So for my crease, I like to use my ring finger because, let's be real, I have man hands and my middle finger and pointer finger are kind of too big for that area, whereas my ring finger I feel is a little bit smaller and can fit into that small crease right there a lot easier. So again, we're going to go into that tangerine shade right there, and I'm just going to put this into my crease using the same motions I would use as if I was using a brush, just like windshield wiping motions. So my phone just straight up stopped recording because I ran out of room on my phone. So I just had to spend the last 20 minutes deleting a boatload of stuff. And I used my ring finger going into the crease right here. And also I mentioned that I like to bring it in all the way to the brow right here because my lids are pretty hooded there, I'd say, a little bit. So I like to bring in color right there as well. And then I only go really up to here with the color when it comes to that part of my lid there. Then I like to take a break, make sure both sides look even, and they do. So now we're going to continue on, and we have decided that we're going to do a halo look today. Now we're going to go in with our concealer that is way too light for my under eyes, but not too light for my lid. And to do a cut crease halo, I just put some concealer on my hand right there, and I take this brush that is really dirty. Let's take this one. Just gonna take this flathead brush right here. I dab it into the concealer that I have on my hand. So when you do a halo cut crease, you're going to pick, you see where the color of your eye is? You're just going to put the concealer right where the color of your eye is. Just go up, dab it right here, okay. Look up. So right about there is where I'm going to stop. So I'm just going to put a little line, swishing that way, swishing this way. We're going to do this shade right here. It's a really pretty, glittery, ruby red. Isn't that pretty? So now we're just going to go right into that area that we just cut. So now I'm going to use my pinky, and I'm going to shade in this area here and this area here, and we're going to go right into this color here first, just so we can create a really nice blended look. So we're going to put that color right here on the edge, but not all the way to the edge right here. We want to save that little area for some darkening, just to add some definition. So we're gonna add some lighter color right here. Gonna go right back in with that color and put it on the other side. And this is just gonna create a really nice definition. Slightly bringing it up, not too high. Just like that. Now, that area here that I told you to save for that darker effect, we're gonna go in with this darker shade right here. Right on the pinky. And just right into the inner corner right there. Again, just to add some definition. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side here. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we're going to take that more purpley lighter pink shade here, and we're going to put that right in the center at the bottom. And it just creates a more halo effect look. Alright, so now I'm just going to go right back in with that flatter brush. And now we're just going to go ahead and do the bottom look, pretty much using the same color story we used at the top. We're going to use right at the bottom here, doing the darker colors right here, connecting the darker colors from the top that we did right here. We're connecting that right to the bottom. Just like that. And you see we have quite a bit of fallout. I always get the most fallout right when I do my lower lid, but because we did put that setting powder, when I just do this, it goes right away without ruining your face. We're gonna do it. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to not do this. It's hard for me to not put a cat eye. Sorry guys. So, if you haven't watched my first video where I show you how I do this, I'm going to show you right now. So, I start at the corner of my lid right here, and I just go out, and I do one line. Okay? Now we're going to do another line, just one more line. Going from turning my pen this way, I match up the points, and then I go down, stopping right at my pupil. And then just sharpening up that line up. Now you just color in the lines. That's it. So I'm just coloring in the lines. So after you are done coloring in the lines, now you're just gonna outline the natural line of your eye right at the bottom there. And just using the natural shape of the pen. You're not going any higher than that. You're just staying right at the edge. Just like that. So I finished up this eye here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and finish up this one here, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I finished up the other eye. Here it is. What do you guys think? You live, I live. So I have misplaced my bronzer. And the only other bronzer that I have is in this palette here. And it's not my favorite because it's a little bit orange on me. But I think that's what we're gonna have to use today. Alright, let's go right on in. I'm gonna use this brush here. We're gonna go in the shade Sweet Tea. And this is the Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. And I love this palette, you guys. It still smells so good. It's just an icon. It's an iconic palette. One of my favorites. So, just gonna go into that bronzer here. It is a very, very pigmented bronzer. A little goes a long way. So my cheeks are pretty naturally contour. So I don't put a lot of product when it comes to that area there. If I do, it looks really contoured. It looks like I scratched it in there, and I don't want it to go like that. So I don't use a lot of product there. If your cheeks are naturally contoured, you really don't need a lot of product there. And I have a naturally wide face, especially when it comes to this area of my face here. So I do add a little bit of an extra bronzer right there just to contour that side of my face. Okay, so you know what? While we're just going ahead in with this palette already, I'm going to use this blush. This blush, just got everywhere. This blush is one of my favorites. And again, very pigmented, so little goes a long way. Because I have a very pink look today, I don't want it to look super blushy, if you know what I mean. So you can go ahead and just take whatever you use to put on your foundation, and you can go over it if you want it to look a little bit more toned down. Just like that. So since we're still using this, let's just go ahead and use the highlighter, which is literally my favorite highlighter in the world. It's beautiful. It's the shade Gator Wings. It does have a lot of glitter in it, but you know what? Sometimes you want to wear a lot of glitter. I mean, why not, right? So, do you guys see that? So that was with a dry brush. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to spray the face. We're going to wet the brush. Do you guys see what I mean? Ooh. Then I put a touch right there. Over right here. Under my nose. Cupid's bow. Here, and we're gonna go right into Gator Wings again. This is something I do with probably 99% of my makeup looks, is whatever highlighter I use that day on my cheeks, that's what I use on my inner eye right here and on my brow bone up top. Just a little dab. And then same thing with the top. A little swipe. Just like that. I don't know, I feel like it ties everything in. You know what? Since we already went for a loud, fun look, I think we're going to go for a loud, fun lip. And this is the Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Santorini. You guys, this lip shade here, stays on all night, but it also does not dry your lips out. My lips still feel like lightweight, and they don't feel dry and crusty. Let's put on a lip balm. Any lip balm will do. Does anybody else struggle with putting on liquid lipstick? Like, I don't know if I'm being extra particular. I feel like I always make it uneven. If you were to ask me what takes me longer, putting on liquid lipstick or liquid eyeliner, liquid lipstick every single time. It takes me way longer. But, really? I forgot to put on mascara. You guys, how can you let me forget to put on mascara? Okay, let's curl the lashes. Alright guys, well that pretty much completes this look here. I'm going to call this my Miami Nights Night on the Town look. So if you guys like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit subscribe. And if you want to get notified for whenever I post a new video, go ahead and hit the bell button right next to the subscribe button. I hope you guys liked it. And thanks for sticking with me and for everybody that's been asking where I've been. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna be doing one video a week, you guys. Let's just be real. One video a week for now. And yeah, I'm having fun and I like this, alright? So I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm still here and yeah, just not as often. Alrighty, so if you guys again liked it, let me know in the comments below and let me know what look you want to see me do next. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what's up. Let's talk. Let's just have a chat. Why not? In the comment section. Let's have some fun. Alrighty guys. Have a good night and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.